Hello my beauties, welcome back to my channel. Excuse my raspy voice, I am slightly suffering from the allergies here. So like my nose has been stuffy, my throat has been like kind of like raspy. But as you guys can see, we're gonna try to get through my favorite makeup face brushes today, and there has been a couple changes going on. I have been absent a little bit on and off, and the reason for that, the thing that should be blamed, is Friends. You guys, I've been binge watching Friends for the past 3 weeks. Like over the weekend, anytime I get a chance, I am on like mid-season 8 and I absolutely adore that show. But I restarted watching it from episode 1, season 1, and now I'm almost done. I have 2 more seasons to go. So that's one of the main reasons why I've been uploading a little bit less frequently in the past couple of weeks. If you guys were wondering, a couple changes. So my little winter birds are gone. I put some candles up. I am wearing tie-dyed, which never happens. This is like the only tie-dyed shirt I own that I recently bought, but I am kind of trying to get into like this summer vibe. I am also, one of the other changes is the fact that I'm wearing lip gloss. That like never happens. I always have matte lips on. But today and recently I've been into like a really nice kind of nude toned lip gloss, and I have been trying really hard to get adapted to this summer heat, but I honestly am already excited for October and for winter to come back, especially because winters in Arizona are so phenomenal and so perfect. And so let me think, is there anything else I need to update you guys on? I think that is it. Oh my gosh, I can already hear my voice and it's like annoying, so please bear with me. I'm sure I'm gonna get 1 or 2 comments about my voice in the comments down below, but I do apologize for that, and I think that's it. Let's go ahead and jump into the video and talk about makeup brushes. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. So I have 5 favorite face makeup brushes, and this video is not going to include any like eye makeup brushes because that would be like a separate video in itself, but I am just focusing on face makeup brushes. And so I have 5 favorites. I have 1 tie and then 1 bonus, but I'm going to try to go in order in how I kind of apply my makeup. And so for the first category is like foundation and base, whether it's powder or liquid or stick formula. I have 2 because there is a tie. These are my 2 favorite ones. I couldn't really decide on which one because I think it depends whether or not my foundation that I put on is liquid or it is stick. And so I have these 2 brushes. One is from IT Cosmetics. This is the Love Beautifully brush, and it's kind of like a little bit gimmicky because it is in the shape of a heart, if you guys can tell. It has a beautiful glitter handle, and I'm not sure if this is like a limited edition brush, but I know that they have came out with multiple like brushes that are shaped exactly like this, and this one is a little bit dense, but it's not too dense. It has a tiny bit of give. It's extremely soft. It has kind of like an oval top on the top, so it's not exactly like completely straight. And I really like to use this brush for foundation, mainly liquid because that's what I prefer to use, but this one's great for stick as well. So this is the #1 foundation brush I usually reach for if I'm not using a beauty sponge. The brush that actually tied with the IT Cosmetics for foundation is the brush from Real Techniques by Sam and Nick, and this is the buffing brush, but I really do enjoy this one for mainly stick foundations because it is a little bit more dense on top. It has this really cool sunset kind of ombre look handle from their collection, but this one is my favorite for stick foundations just because it is a little bit more dense, so it doesn't eat up a lot of the product and it dispenses the foundation beautifully. And so this is my second favorite foundation brush that is a tie with the IT Cosmetics one. Now let's go ahead and move on to powder. So once I put my foundation and concealer on, I do always set my face, like 98, maybe 90% of the time I will set my face just because I like a more matted look compared to like a very dewy satin finish. I feel like I have a lot of brushes from Real Techniques, Tarte, and IT Cosmetics. I think those are like my main preferences that I tend to gravitate towards. And so this is from Real Techniques. This was like another one of those special editions with glitter handles that is pink. It has a very unique shape though of the top because it's a perfect size for like your cheeks, and it is like an oval size, so it is a little bit tapered on the sides. It is completely layered on the other sides, and it is very, very wispy, but it's not too flimsy where it will still pick up product and dispense it all over your face beautifully. But I feel like with the makeup brushes that I use, it's less about the brand and the color or the look and more of like the form and function because of its shape and like density. So after setting my face with just like regular translucent powder, I always go ahead and go into bronzer next, and this is like my favorite all-time winner for bronzer, and it's a brush by Crown. We actually received this in a BOXYCHARM quite a little bit a while ago, and this is amazing. It is like a fan brush, but it's a much thicker and denser fan brush, and it has a perfect shape, perfect softness, and this is the ultimate best bronzing brush. And let me tell you guys why. Because when I place it like on the middles of my cheeks, it perfectly sculpts my cheeks, it perfectly gets my chin. It even is perfect for like around the face to bronze or even contour, because you can do it like multiple purposes for this brush, and I absolutely love it. I actually have like a similar one that I tried to duplicate, and this one is not as great as the Crown brush that I have. And I will try to link as many of these brushes for you guys as I can in the description down below, just if you guys are interested into purchasing them yourself. But these are my favorite bronzing type brushes. I just love the shape and size of these and how they like perfectly hug my face. And so this is my definite winner for bronzer. Next, moving on, is we have blush. I love blush. I feel like it adds so much life to your face. Even when I don't do a lot of other makeup or base, I will always do blush, and I do tend to go towards more peachy blushes just because it adds a little bit more kind of like awakeness to your face. And for that, I absolutely love this Tarte brush. I don't exactly know what this one is called, but it was from one of their holiday collections. The handle is already like super worn because it had little tiny designs on it, but this is what it looks like. This is what the actual brush looks like. So it is also oval. As you guys can see, it's a little bit more tapered on the sides. It's not too flimsy, so it's a little bit more of a dense brush, and I'm sure you can use this for foundation or other things as well, but I love this brush for blush. Oh my gosh, that's such a tongue twister. So I always use this because I like to apply my blush like not only on the apples of my cheeks, but I like to go a little bit up right here under my eye. I like to do a little bit of a darker color right here on the lower cheek, and so on the lower upper cheek. And so I love this brush. It like perfectly aligns to my cheek. I feel like it's the perfect size, the perfect give. It doesn't pick up too much product. Unless you're using really like intense blushes, I would suggest that you guys maybe be a little bit careful and like maybe test it. I usually test it on my hand first and tap off the excess, and then just go in, and it's just like a perfectly sized, perfectly dense blush brush in my opinion, for sure. Alright, and the last favorite face base brush that I absolutely adore and love is this Luxie brush 660 Precision Foundation brush. This is what it looks like. So it says foundation, but I never use the brushes for what it says that they're used for. I always kind of go towards my preference, my personal preference, and this one I absolutely love the shape of the brush for highlight. I feel like it's beautiful. I don't really like the regular like thin fan brushes for highlight because I feel like they don't pick enough highlight in order to place it on top of your cheeks, and this one is just perfect. It just lays it like nobody's business, just perfectly on the top of your cheek. You can also fan it out and kind of blend it out. You can use it on your cupid's bow, wherever else you highlight your face. I feel like this is a perfect bigger sized highlighting brush. And I do feel like it's a great multi-purpose brush as well, because I have used this brush to either lay out my concealer underneath my eye or set it with powder. It's like a perfect size just to go in right in the crease. And so you could use this for multiple things. I feel like you could also use it for contour, for like really sharp contour of maybe like your nose or your cheek or even your jawline, because it is a little bit more precise. But I do really enjoy and prefer this brush for just highlighting. Alright, so those are my top 5 makeup brushes, if you guys were wondering. I hope this helped you guys out a little bit. I also have a bonus brush that I actually use for masks, for face masks, whether it's clay or gel or peel off. I have this brush that I don't know the name of, but it's kind of like a flat, regular, I don't even know what to call this brush, but this is what it looks like, and I always use this for applying my different face masks, and it's just been a really great help. Instead of using your fingers, you can just dip in. It's a little bit more sanitary, and then I just spread it all over my cheeks and my face, and I have been really enjoying this. I'm sure you can get these types of brushes anywhere from even the drugstore, and this is what I use to kind of get my face mask on. And so that'd be it. We got through it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this helped in any way, shape, or form. And like I mentioned before, it's less of how glitzy the brushes are and more of like the form and function that's important to me personally. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do apologize for my absence, but like I said, I have 2 more seasons left of Friends, and hopefully then I'll be back on track with my editing and posting videos. And that'd be it for today. I missed you guys so much. I will be seeing you guys next weekend. I am sending you guys lots of love from me to you. Stay happy, stay positive, and I'll see you guys super soon. Lots of love. Bye. Mwah.